Thank you, sir. I request Dr. D.V. Medne, sir, Head of Computer Engineering Department, IEEE Student Branch Counselor and Coordinator, to provide the welcome speech and introduce the introduction of the FDP.
Very warm good morning to one and all present over here. Today it's an honor and great pleasure for me to welcome you all present over here. We are gathered over here for the inaugural function of IEEE sponsored 1-week faculty development program on research and emerging trends in digital forensics. So I take this opportunity to welcome all the dignitaries on the dais. Today's chief guest, we have with us Honorable Mr. Vikas Nayak sir, one of the renowned cyber security and digital investigation expert. Our guest of honors, Dr. Tanmay Dikshit, cyber consultant, Honorable Dr. Satish R. Devane, sir, principal of our institute, Honorable Professor N.B. Desre sir, Vice Principal of our institute, Dr. Gayatri Pade Madam, Head of the Department, Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, Sandeep Foundations, SITRC, and IEEE Students Branch Counselor over there. Of the dais, all respected heads and deans of our institute. So I heartily welcome all of you, all respected faculty members, researchers, practitioners working in this area for joining us today for this inaugural function of this FDP, IEEE sponsored FDP on the cutting edge topic, research and emerging trends in digital forensics. We, the IEEE student branch at FDP's KBT COE, in collaboration with IEEE student branch at Sandeep Foundation's SITRC Nasik, have organized this faculty development program for 1 week from 11th of July, that is from today to 16th of July, which is technically sponsored by Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE, Bombay section, under the aegis of IEEE Region 10 technical activities. So at the outset, I would like to share a few aspects of our institute and the program on this occasion. So MVP Samaj KBT College of Engineering, it was established in 1999 and having 11 acres of area campus in the heart of Nasik city. Our institute is set up with the objective of making available facilities for higher education, research and training in various fields of science and technology. So we at MVPS KBT COE, we are committed to provide the best-in-class academic excellence, technical education, and the institute is facilitating knowledge transfer while keeping up with the latest development in the emerging trends of pedagogy. So our vision is to be internationally accredited, multidisciplinary and multi-collaborative institute working on technology-enabled platform, fostering innovations and patents through state-of-the-art academic system designed by highly qualified faculty, for the development of common masses at large. So our focus mainly lies not just on academic brilliance but also on the knowledge that is pervasive in the areas of emerging trends and technologies. So we not only believe in making our students the superior scholars but good human beings. So our institute always encourages in interdisciplinary areas through a system of joint supervision and interdisciplinary research group activities under the guidance of our Honorable Principal Sir Dr. S.R. Devane and Vice Principal Sir Honorable Professor N.B. Desle Sir. So on this occasion, I extend my sincere thanks to our MVP Samaj Management Council members, Dr. Tushar Nana Shevare, President, Honorable Sri Manikram Boroste, Sabhapati, Honorable Sri Raghunana Aire, Upasabhapati, Honorable Srimati Nilima Thai Pawar, Sir Chitnis, Honorable Dr. Sunil Dikle, Chitnis, all the directors, LMC members, Executive Council members, and teacher representatives, and Dr. S.J. Kokate, Education Officer of MVP Samaj Sanstha Nashik. Also, I extend my sincere thanks to Honorable Director and Management Council members of Sandeep Foundation, SITRC Nasik, Honorable Dr. S.T. Gandhe, Sir, Principal SITRC Nasik, and Dr. Gayatri Phade Madam, Head Electronics and Telecommunication, for their collaboration with this program and their continuous support and motivation for us. Moreover, while looking towards the IEEE activities, IEEE, that is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, is an association that is dedicated in advancing innovation and research, technological excellence for the benefit of humanity, that is the world's largest, what we can say, technical professional community, society. So it is basically designed to serve professionals with the quality and emerging trends and thrust areas like in all aspects of electric, electronics and computing fields and related areas of science and technology. So this council basically understands that there is a need of the day to train the faculty members, even researchers and practitioners in the skill sector, and having faculty and technicians to be trained in their respective disciplines. So in this view, IEEE Region 10 educational activities, they like is a home to organize such events and to organizational units in Asia and Pacific region. So it aims to keep the Asia Pacific region the most vibrant and active of the 10 geographical regions. So this program, like they have supported us. So main objective is to plan and help in impairing quality technical education in the country and to support technical institutions in fostering research, innovation and entrepreneurship through training in various emerging areas. Again, on this occasion, I will extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. B. Satyanarayan, Chairperson, IEEE Bombay Section, Dr. Saurabh Mehta, Secretary, IEEE Bombay Section, Dr. Kiran Tharele, Treasurer, IEEE Bombay Section, Dr. Anand Gharpure, Chair-elect, IEEE Bombay Section, Dr. Lochan Jolie Madam, Dr. Sarika Chauhan for accepting our FDP proposal and giving us such a golden opportunity to conduct this program and arrange this FDP on the topic digital pharmacy. So for regarding the faculty development program, so let us move towards the agenda. So for this program, we have received 83 entries from various colleges and universities across India. So I would like to congratulate all participants of the FDP for being part of this FDP, and I'm very much sure that this FDP will bring all of us together to form an impressive mixture of researchers, practitioners, teaching faculty, even students, industry professionals and experts from this field of digital forensics. Uh, so of course for some of you this might be the opportunity to join with those have been conducting research in the digital forensics, and for others it is the opportunity to learn more about the trends in cybersecurity and digital forensics. So I am very confident that the exchange between participants over here throughout this FDP, during this 1 week FDP, will raise awareness about the topic of this FDP. So these are the objectives of this program. So like we are quite aware of this cyber crimes and the trends in cyber security and digital forensics. So the rise in the widespread use of technology gives a way to rise in cyber crime. So for attackers or opponents, what we can say, the possibilities increase exponentially along with the potential rewards like ransomwares. So the program focuses to cover all these objectives and all cybersecurity landscapes, theoretically as well as practically, through hands-on sessions. So these are some highlights of this FDP. These are going to be the topics which will be covered throughout this FDP through sessions by renowned speakers. So we are going to have the interesting sessions by distinguished resource persons and guest speakers on this topic. This is the schedule, detailed schedule of this FDP. We are going to have total 14 sessions in this FDP, which will be addressed by these distinguished guest speakers working on the topic of this FDP. So all these experts have achieved great success and milestone in their research, and they are very well known in the field of cyber security and digital forensics. So the resource persons are today's chief guest, Mr. Vikas Nayak, a renowned cyber security and digital investigation expert, Mr. Kundan Saraf, senior security consultant, Capgemini Technology Services India Private Limited, Dr. Tanmay Dikshit, author, researcher and cyber security consultant, Mr. Omkar Gande, director, Cyber Sakshar, Dr. Rachana Patil, associate professor from Department of Computer Engineering, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune, Dr. Aparna Manish Banore, head of Department of Computer Engineering, SIES Graduate School of Technology, Nehru Navi Mumbai, Dr. Narendra Shekokar, professor and head Department of Computer Engineering, DJ Sanghvi College of Engineering, Mumbai, Dr. Himanshu Nagarkar. So this is all about the 1 week FDP on research and emerging trends in digital forensics. So with this, I conclude my inaugural words, and I'm very sure that all of you will definitely enjoy this program and the FDP sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's my great pleasure to introduce our today's chief guest, Mr. Vikas Naik, sir. Mr. Vikas Naik, sir, is a principal consultant in Uprisol. Sir is a professional graduate in computer science with specialization in system analysis, IT project management, and software engineering. Sir has pursued his degree from IIT Powai. Sir is also a certified forensic computer examiner, cybercrime investigator by EC Council. Sir is a computer forensic hacking investigator. Sir has a wide experience of 18 plus years in digital investigation, cybercrime investigation, IS auditing, information security. Sir is a cybersecurity professional working in various sectors from government organization to private as well as public sectors in academic and financial institutions too. Sir is expertised in the area of information security, including policy analysis, program design, site surveys, firewall analysis, risk assessment, penetration testing, and intrusion detection system. We are privileged to have such an eminent person as our today's chief guest. I request Dr. S.R. Devne, Principal KBT COE, to felicitate our today's guest, Mr. Vikas Naik.
Thank you, sir. I would like to take opportunity to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Tanmay Dixit, sir. Sir is cyber consultant and security researcher. Sir has completed his Bachelor of Vocation in Retail Management and Postgraduate Diploma in Cyber Laws. Sir has also completed his Diploma in Psychology. Sir is a ASCL Certified Cybercrime Investigator. Sir is highly energetic speaker of digital devices security and graphology science. He is certified trainer for the cyber security and digital forensics and competent to conduct seminars and workshops for information security. Also, he is conducting the seminar and workshop for computer and network security, internet threats and mobile security, digital forensics, cybercrime investigations and case study. Sir has delivered workshops and seminars for diploma and degree students as well as teaching staff for the government and private engineering and computer science colleges. Sir has facilitated tie-ups and MOUs with the many engineering colleges for conducting the guest lectures and hands-on workshops, webinars, SCTPs, FDPs on the similar subject. Sir is well-versed trainer and accord training for the military personnel, detective and all the security forces in which cyber security is required. Sir is having experience of spokesperson as a reputed organizations, companies and educational institutes and universities to shed light on the major aspects of the cyber security. Sir organizes events, workshops and awareness campaigns regarding the same. Also, sir is awarded by the President's Award, Rajya Sarkar Puraskar, Social Media Mahamitra, and pillars of sir is shaping the pillars of the new India. So, I request our Vice Principal, Professor N.B. Desai sir, to felicitate Mr. Dixit sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. D.V. Medni, HOD Computer Engineering Department and IEEE Student Branch Counselor and Coordinator, to felicitate Dr. G.M. Fade Madam, Head of ENTC Department and IEEE Student Branch Counselor and Coordinator for SITRC Nashik.
Now I would like to request Dr. D.V. Medne sir to felicitate Dr. S.R. Devne sir, Principal of KBT COE Nashik. I would like to request Dr. D.V. Medne sir to felicitate Professor N.B. Desai sir, Vice Principal of KBT COE Nashik.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Dr. S.R. Devne sir, Principal KBT COE, to address the participants.
morning, everybody. This is Vikas Naik, guest of honor, Tanmay Dixit, and practically coordinator of the college, head of Padi Madam, Vice Principal Leslie sir, head of department Medley sir, all my faculty and head of departments of other departments. First of all, I thanks to the IEEE sections and the team of the computer department to organize, started thinking of to organize the faculty development program, which I was telling them from the last 6 months, so that we need because there are some recent changes are there in the world, and the last 2 years we have spent sitting here at home, and I think most of the people have used the internet as one of the say the resources for living that particular life in the last 2 years. And the crime which has been, somehow that is some of the crime has been increased in the last 2 years in this pandemic period, isn't it? Because sitting at home, a lot of people has ideas and a lot of brain has ideas, and they started making a lot of noise. And they have troubled a lot of other people also. But when this era of the digital has started long back, somewhere I think from the 2000, or actually that is we have started from the day that is when the mobile has emerged in India. And from the day, at the beginning of the day, and from that particular year itself, isn't it? The crime on this particular area has been started, because everywhere there are two kind of the persons, isn't it? These persons are taking the good use of the technology, and some other persons that is use the technology for their personal things, isn't it? Maybe the revenge, maybe the theft, or maybe something. And because as in India, because we know that your topic is very well on the cyber security and the forensic, digital forensic. I think Tanmay Dixita is, I think, is very consultant of the law also, that is cyber law also. I think the IT sector, IT law and cyber law, these are the two important factors which I think miss in the research slides, isn't it? Which are also the important facts in that. And all we people as a faculty, because nowadays if you find out, if you found, observe the students, and they are more smarter than us. In fact, they are more smarter on using this digital kind of the technology, digital equipments, isn't it, for their well-being. And okay, anyway, that is okay. To tell them what exactly is happening in the world, isn't it? How to use those particular devices in the very pure manners or through for the good purpose, isn't it? We need to know the rules and regulations and the law which is related to use of all these particular devices. And that's the reason that is okay. The cyber security, the cyber forensics, IT laws, and all of this particular comes in the picture. And that is the request I think the minister is really very satisfied by connecting the different kind of the peoples in these particular areas, isn't it? They are going to deal with all these particular kind of the solutions. And starting with, as I heard, that is okay, the introduction of the chief guest, because I'm very much sure that is because he has the practical hands, he has using the all these particular technology from the last many years, and so giving the solution for the world. It's not only for the police department or the cyber cells, isn't it, to take care of all these things, but each and every people in this particular world, isn't it, need to know about all these laws, isn't it, and handling of all the particular equipment, isn't it, with that. Many times I keep on telling the people that is okay. Getting anybody snaps and okay, publishing is not a good, it is a crime also. Because such a simple thing that is we are not aware of all these things. We keep on clicking and we keep on publishing a lot of the particular materials, isn't it, without knowing much details about the laws and other things. That's one thing. After law, after crime, and then your forensic, that your investigation start, and that we call it forensics. I think many people knows about forensics in the normal world. Somebody has murdered, isn't it? Checking the DNA and fingerprints. These are all the forensics which we have heard in a lot, isn't it? In newspapers and in the crime, in the movies and the papers. The same kind of forensics which is required, isn't it, for this particular digital media, and we need to learn also that. I won't take much time on this particular part because a lot of your lectures are there, your development programs are there, isn't it? But I would like to request you all the faculty, at least for computer electronics and IT departments, isn't it, to attend each and every one, because these are really, that is the topic which has Mithun sir has selected, the area and the person Mithun sir has selected. These are really one of the best in this particular part. And all this particular 8 days program, isn't it, will make you at least knowing that okay, what this particular area, that is the cybercrime and cybersecurity area is. In the future, we know that is when you have to face the student, isn't it, you have to be more smarter than them. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Now I request our chief guest, Mr. Vikas Naik, sir, to provide his valuable guidance.
Very good morning to all of you. The energy level is very low. Is it because of rains or is it because of heavy breakfast? I don't know. Because I remember the hospitality of FDP whenever they hold a function. You know, breakfast, lunch and dinner is taken care of at park. I have already enjoyed it. Back there in 2006 I started associating with this institute. I am also, you know, one of the byproducts of MVP only. So whenever I get this opportunity of sharing my knowledge on this dais, I feel like it is my home ground. So, you know, coming back and returning something from where you have gained. So my old associates are there, Karle sir, again, once again, congratulations for his doctorate he achieved. Someday, before I say goodbye to this world, I am also wanting myself to be called as Dr. Vikas Naik, but I don't know when the time would permit. Or maybe I should excel in such a way that, you know, somebody gets, you know, mercy on me and say, यार तू इतना ही सही है, इसी में डॉक्टर कर ले, तेरे को डॉक्टर ऐसी दे देते हैं, तू और हम लोग को मत पका, okay? So, coming on the lighter note, like when we talk about all these big programs like IEEE and all these things, one thing I really admire and appreciate is that how do they quickly assemble all the experts, how do they get in line with all the technologies and ensure that they deliver something what is really meant to the society or to the people. So today also, like, I was like, you know, my partner, she told me like, you're coming to Nasik. I said like, yes. She has to confirm twice because I'm a very moody person and a very lazy person. Moody is okay. But when it is complemented with laziness, she is always on तो like ये हाँ बोलेगा नहीं आएगा तो लेक्चर को तो हमको ही जाना पड़ेगा तो she said करो से गाना आनो से गाड़ी घेऊन रस्त्यावर असे so then she couldn't believe it but then she communicated to the sir and said yes he is on his way so he is coming तो बात तब तक नहीं समझा बाद में संडे था एब्सेंट माइंडेड डे होता है संडे ऑफिशियल उस दिन भी काम पे लगा दिए उन्होंने उस दिन मदने सर बात कर रहे हैं दूसरे व्हाट्सएप पे एक बहुत बढ़िया चीज़ क्या है क्रॉस कनेक्शन नहीं लगता पैरेलल कनेक्शन चल जाता सारे बात कर रहे हैं स्वाति मैडम बात कर रहे हैं मदने सर बात मैडम लगी एक ही प्रश्न है लेकिन अलग अलग अंदाज में जवाब दे रहा हूँ मैं मेरे को भी वैरायटी देने की आदत है सबको एक ही ना दे ताकि और कंफ्यूजन हो जाए अगर कम्युनिकेशन हो ही रहा है एसपीओसी तय ना हो तो बढ़िया मजा मतलब चलो थ्रेट एनालिसिस यही से शुरू कर देते लेट देम एनालाइज थ्रेट है कि नहीं वो बाद में देखेंगे बट लेट देम एनालाइज व्हाट आई एम स्पीकिंग सो एंड ऑफ द डे एवरीथिंग गॉट मतलब दो आई ट्राई टू कंफ्यूज देम ऑल बाय इवनिंग एवरीथिंग गॉट कंफर्म आई बिलीव सो मंगल सर ने फाइनली ऑफिशियली सेड इन बाय ईमेल यस ऑल इज डन तब मैंने समझा तब तक स्वाति भी ऐसी थी कि क्या हो रहा है ये क्या कर क्या रहा है मतलब why is he so silent at times but I was not silent I was interacting with other people when I was silent with you threat analysis is something like this only nothing different parallelly things are happening we think we are all safe sitting here gaining knowledge with our degrees certified acknowledged by the society by our own students sometimes we get good students who keep on, pampering and increasing our pompous status. We feel, oh, we have delivered one of the class. Then we understand, oh, they are outclassed us. They only wanted their percentage. They are not really delivering anything in the society, or they are really, we might have ended up giving them wrong inputs, or maybe we have diverted them by giving some extra inputs. Study I never understood, to be very honest. But I started gaining and enjoying the studies during my professional life. During my academics, I think so I was one of the most boring candidates. Very boring. I never understood word engineering. I never believed in the word engineering. It was like I was meant to be a man in uniform. अब क्या करेगा? ठीक है इंजीनियरिंग कर लेते हैं, अभी सब लोग वही कर रहे हैं, उन दिनों वही फैड था। अगर पढ़ाई लिखाई किया है और सोसाइटी में जीना तो पढ़ा लिखा किसको बोलते हैं? या तो डॉक्टर को बोलते हैं या तो इंजीनियर को बोलते हैं। बाकी सब मतलब डिग्री बेकार है। तो ऐसे लेके हम भी इंजीनियरिंग कर लेते हो गए जैसे तैसे कैसे भी निकल गए जैसे तैसे when we started luckily in the I became an engineer quite early, but in 2000 the innovation came in the technology on the threat side that was called cybercrime. Believe me, we were all on the negative side earlier. We were doing that, contributing towards the crime and not protecting it. 2000 के बाद समझा कि वो shit, we are on the wrong side. We should do something for the better side. Then we started wearing the coats, pulling our sleeves and saying that we can protect. That is how we started the journey. That time also threat was there, but the vectors and the attacks were very, very less. And it was easily detectable. For example, somebody is calling and threatening, we could map it. Somebody is giving you some threatening email or abusive email, we could catch it. You know, it was easy. Then the complications started by 2005, 2006. Then there was an outcry, amendment in the law is required. So, जैसे law also said, चलो हमें कुछ काम कर लेते हैं और 2008 amendment भी आ गया. Then after the real challenge came in the year 2008-9, when the crime started increasing in a very different pattern, new technologies came inside by the name of proxies, which is now VPN, etc., etc. Names are changing, getting it? The game is not changing. The best part is, game is getting complicated. It is not changing. For example, earlier it was one proxy. Now it is VPN, so there are a couple of proxies. Then something comes like what? Onion router, which has got several proxies. End of the day, the technology has evolved and made it more complicated. Now, how do you identify anything? So, every time I shoot this, I will not take much time, there is a lot to hear the entire 6 days of session. But I want to ensure that whatever you are here for, you intake it in the right way and go back and serve and contribute to the, forensic development or your threat analysis, etc. So I've got one question to all of you to ensure that you all are really present out here. So who is going to answer my question? It's a very weird question. See, I'm asking for the volunteer first, then I'm going to shoot the question. We've got a very different kind of teaching thing. It's very easy to shoot a question and get participation. The best participation is to know the willingness of the person who is ready to answer something which he doesn't know what is the question. So, who is going to answer my question? Any participants? You all are faculty. In fact, I was expecting that all the hands will be raised quickly. Or it is something default, we all believe that we are faculty, okay, don't ask questions to us. ऐसा कुछ है क्या? तो कोई तो एक हाथ उठा लो यार, मतलब मेरे तसल्ली के लिए सही, है ना? बाद में मैं शायद सवाल ड्रॉप भी कर दूं तुम्हारी दिलेरी देख के। नहीं, कोई कुर्बान नहीं होना चाहता। कल ही बकरी ईद हुआ, लेकिन आज मतलब बासी ईद कोई मनाना नहीं चाहता। चलो कोई बात नहीं, फिर सवाल पूछ के क्वेश्चन पूछ वहाँ पार्टिसिपेशन लो, हाँ एवरीवन। Now this is what threat analysis is all about. This is what I wanted. The willingness, everyone today, when you talk about threat hunting, when you talk about threat analysis, when you talk about threat intelligence, Nobody is ready to participate in the area without knowing what will be the threat. Getting it? You yourself, you found this participation as a threat. Why should we raise our hand and fall into the negative side? What question might come up? All sort of XYZ questions. Can anybody would have dared to do it? They would have emerged as a prospect. Now this is the difference of where the humans are getting replaced by the machines in the name of intelligence. They are not doing anything different. They are studying this habit of yours. Your weaknesses, where you are not willing to go ahead and machines are ready and humans are investing in the machines to ensure that this weakness of humans plays an advantage to the machine and where they outgrow the intelligence of the humans. Now some people say it is a blessing. Of course, indeed it is a blessing. But I myself see it as a bigger threat because during my college days, we came across a movie called Terminator, where the machines have overthrown the human race. They have been posing threat. And I think so in near coming days, machines will be making us do the business what we don't want to do or we are not willing to do. Machines will enforce you certain things. More and more dependency we are getting. The human intelligence is fading. Though we are getting smarter, but we are getting dependent intelligent. You know, we are more dependent on the machines. Today, if I give any exercises or you give any exercises today to your students, the very first thing, what do you think he or she will go and do? Do you think they will sincerely ponder on the topics, throw a discussion among the friends in the canteen, pull out some library books? Do you think they will do that? No. Every individual will stand on their own, go to the internet, pull out the thesis as is and present it with a little minor changes in it. Right? So now plagiarism is coming up. There also the intelligence has been introduced. Not university, I think so, have started practicing that no report can be submitted without undergoing the plagiarism scanner. University or the colleges with that time has to follow it. So you can understand threat intelligence right from the beginning was there. It was practiced by our mothers when we were kids in a very little form. Now it has taken up a business module, you know, and it is coming up with the intelligent model, etc., etc., etc. And here we are discussing threat hunting, threat intelligence, threat models, etc., etc. So today's session, I think so, I don't know who's going to start this session, I don't know. As rightly this organization and all the respected people of the dais and of the dais who have decided to be on the other side to learn something from us, I will tell you this FDP program is make the most out of it because this is the future. Why this is the future? This is preventive. And believe me, every other side, preventive is not rewarding, but computer is the field where even preventive is rewarding. Getting it? Can I ask one question, right? I will open up a question. Antivirus, is it preventive or either it is preemptive or either it is cure? What is it? Antivirus. Who said both? Okay. Who says cure? Yeah. Why you say cure? Exactly. Why you say both? It is not allowing the system to get hacked, right? But then, okay, but then it is still a cure process, don't you think? Because the attack has come to your doorway, and that is where it is working. It is not prepared for you or made any arrangement where the attacks cannot come to you at all. That is what we are talking about, prevention. The arrangements in the place where all these threats are handled at the gateway or somewhere outside rather than coming to you at the doorway and then you ending it. So, firewall. Again, it is the doorway mechanism, protection. It is preventing, definitely it is preventing, because it has got something called IDS, intrusion detection system, which, pre-hand detects something. But all this also are not coming into preventive mechanism. Why? Because it only acts when prompted for, when it detects. Unless it detects, everything goes undetected. Now this threat hunting and threat modeling or threat intelligence is the only capacity where you are studying the pattern of the behaviors of the machine and then making one more model, any physical model or implementation of the procedure model in such a way that much before that could happen, precursors are defined and the attack is taken care. The best example before I end my this introductory talk is when ex-Prime Minister Mr. Donald Trump went to Australia, visited before his elections, there was a series of 3 hours of staging attack carried out on Australia. Now nobody knew, as per the political scenario, why this attack came up. It's American president coming, more things will be protected, why the attacks are there. Obviously, when it is America visiting, something goes wrong, the next party who will be blamed is Russia. But ironically, when the studies were made, it was all done from Israel's side. Okay? But you won't believe it. FireEye is one of the technology who had predicted this 15 days before when this mister is going to go there. That very time when he land, Australia will face outages in their networks. Australia might face outages in their domain system, DNS settings, etc., etc. Nobody heard them. So when this happened, they were given dollars and they asked, how did you know? How did you become so predictive? Like in India, we all are very predictive. Jyotish Shastra Jindabad. हमारे खून में ही prediction है. So threat intelligence शायद इंडिया में फेल हो जाए. इधर ही फेल हो सकता है. ये देश सबको जमीन दिखाती है और इधर के लोग तो guaranteed वो बना के रखते. तो you may never know if something goes disaster for threat intelligence and the career is in India because we all are predictive by nature. You see, मैं बोला नहीं था कोई भी फेल होना है तो देखो. बोला नहीं था कम मार्क्स लाएगा. मतलब उसको सब ज्ञान ही है लेकिन उसने उसको वो नहीं होने के लिए कुछ नहीं किया. अपनी वाणी को सत्य कराने के लिए सब कुछ किया लेकिन वो रुकने के लिए कुछ नहीं किया. सब आकाशवाणी है ना, मतलब रोक नहीं सकते. So you can understand. So when they analyzed, they said from last 3 months, certain IP addresses were, doing Reikis, online Reikis in the Australian network. And exactly when it started happening, when the meeting was decided 3 months before that Mr. Trump is going to visit these nations, these people were studying everything. When they took a detailed analysis, only the IPs of Israel were exploited. Beyond that, they could not trace back. But since they were not able to trace back, they at least made a precursor prediction and they shut it down. And everyone laughed at them saying, okay, Mr. Trump is going to go for some political agenda and you are telling there will be outage because of his presence in the nation. How is it ever relative? What has it got to do with anything else? Okay? So this is how the threat analytical world works and this is how the preventive mechanism actually works. You see the history, more and more people have been alarming you, sounding out problems, issues, etc. But it will never be attended unless and until somebody has undergone or faced it. That is the irony of the entire race, not only in this country or anybody else. Okay? Intelligence are sometimes neglected, right from our Bombay Blast 93, you say, look at, I don't know how many of you have watched the movie Black Friday, please go and watch it. There also alarm was given, but it was neglected. 2611 also, a little hint was there, but it was neglected. So when they know, when the series of this negligence comes, that is where threat intelligence and machine can make it in such a visually presentable manner. If you don't attend, this could be the scenario later, where the people will get ignited and start working on the, BCPs and prevention stopping mechanism, etc. So I would want you, all of you, to gather your intellect, listen to all the lectures very finely, come up with the beautiful questions, whatever you have as a doubt, and make the most out of this program to make it successful. It has to be two-way. And of course, don't hesitate to ask the question, even if it is the word only question. You got a chance to ask or you have the chance to participate, you should never leave it. That is what my parents told me. Very less people get the chance of participation and this has to happen. this light should go up. So thanks a lot for your patience here. I hope you will make the most out of these sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Today we also have Mr. Kundan Saraf sir as a guest of honor. So I request Samberto ma'am to introduce Mr. Kundan Saraf sir.
It's my pleasure to introduce our today's guest of honor, Mr. Kundan Saraf. Mr. Kundan Saraf is Senior Security Consultant in Capgemini Technologies, India, Pune. He has also been associated with Galaxy Solutions as a technical analyst and a Splunk and cybersecurity consultant in Stringhead Technologies, Pune. Sir is pursuing his PhD from Savitribai Phule Pune University. He has completed his master's from Savitribai Phule Pune University and his bachelor's from North Maharashtra University. He is having a wide experience of 11 plus years as Splunk admin development and Splunk enterprise security. He is also having experience as an ethical hacking trainer and practical experience in analyzing network monitoring and identifying gaps and design security solutions. He has achieved various global certifications on Splunk. He has published 2 book chapters in IGI Global USA and Springer Singapore. He has 2 Indian patents, 1 copyright and 10 papers in international journals. We are having great privilege to have such an eminent person amongst us. I request Dr. S.R. Devne sir to felicitate our today's guest of honor, Mr. Kundan Saraf. Thank you, sir. Now, I request our guest of honor, Mr. Tanmay Dikshit, to express his views with the participants.
So, good morning all. 1 वीक का FDP है, सब पार्टिसिपेंट जो हैं वो एक्साइटेड रहेंगे। एक्साइटेड हुआ सब लोग, क्योंकि लॉकडाउन के बाद ये पहला FDP रहेगा आई थिंक महाराष्ट्र में कि जो IEEE ने सपोर्ट किया है SITRC और KBT कॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग के थ्रू ये हो रहा है कि जिसके अंदर रियल टाइम साइबर क्राइम इन्वेस्टिगेशंस एंड डिजिटल फॉरेंसिक्स का हैंड्स ऑन ट्रेनिंग प्रैक्टिकल सेशंस होंगे। जैसा शेड्यूल बनाया गया है वो भी काफी अच्छा तरीके से है। काफी सारे अच्छे स्पीकर्स हैं, काफी सारे स्पीकर्स का जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो 10 साल से भी ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है। तो मैं आप सभी को एक चीज बोल देता हूँ कि ये सारा जो फैकल्टी मेंबर्स है उनके तरफ से आपने अगर अच्छे तरीके से नॉलेज कैप्चर किया तो जिन लोगों की PhD नहीं हुई है और अगर जिनकी एक PhD हो गई है, जिनको सेकंड PhD, थर्ड PhD करनी है, तो ये जो सारे पार्ट्स है ये सारे पार्ट्स हैंड्स ऑन के लिए और रिसर्च के लिए काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहेंगे, क्योंकि यहाँ के काफी सारे पॉइंट जो हैं ये अपकमिंग और हैंड्स ऑन के लिए है। और रियल टाइम केसेस में भी आप अगर देखते हो तो काफी सारे केसेस सॉल्व भी होते हैं, पर वैसे अगर इंडिया के हमारे मेंबर्स ने अगर टूल्स डेवलप किए तो ये टूल्स भी अच्छी तरीके से यूज हो सकते हैं। ओके, तो थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, sir, for guiding us with your inspiring words. Now, I would like to request our guest of honor, Kundan Saraf sir, to express his views.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, as well as all the faculty members, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Very first, I would like to express one thing. I have total 11 years of experience, out of which for 9 years I have worked as a professor, and almost 5 to 6 years I have worked in an industry. So I am amongst you, many of the faculty members, colleague, okay, I have worked as a colleague with them, okay, who are sitting over here. So I would like to say one thing, that why you are here, okay. You are here to understand this thing, cyber security, cyber forensic, etc. What is the advantage of that? Okay. Which kind of a benefit you will get because of that? I want to say few of the benefits. First benefit, immediately you can start your consulting. Okay, industry consulting. Okay, usually what has happened? एक्सटर्नल आते हैं, ओके, हमको ऐसा दिखाया जाता है, अरे इंडस्ट्री से आया है, बहुत बड़ा पर्सन है, अरे बहुत नॉलेज है, सब झूठे। नॉलेज है लेकिन आपसे ज्यादा नहीं है, सच में बोल रहा हूँ, आपसे ज्यादा नहीं है, आपको उनसे ज्यादा नॉलेज है। ओके, ये पहली बात। दूसरी बात क्या है कि आपको इंडस्ट्री में आज जाना है। ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू वांट टू स्विच अ जॉब इनटू द इंडस्ट्री, देन आल्सो इट इज बेनिफिशियल। ओके, ये एफडीपी में जो भी कुछ जानकारी आपको मिलेंगी उससे आप, मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप जॉब स्विच कर दीजिए, लेकिन इफ यू हैव थिंकिंग लाइक दैट, देन यू कैन गो फॉर इट। थर्ड थिंग, अगर आपको लगता है कि मुझे पीएचडी करना है साइबर सिक्योरिटी में, ओके, उसके लिए आपको ये बहुत काम में आ सकता है। नेक्स्ट थिंग, फोर्थ थिंग इज दैट सपोज साइबर सिक्योरिटी ये ब्रांच पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी के बहुत सारे प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस में आ चुकी है। ओके, जल्दी ही एसपीपीयू में भी ये ब्रांच आ जाएगी, साइबर सिक्योरिटी, डिजिटल फोरेंसिक एक्सेट्रा। ओके, तो वहां पे रैट रेस रहेंगे। रैट रेस क्यों बोल रहा हूं मैं? क्योंकि वहां पे फैकल्टीज की जरूरत रहेगी, इंडस्ट्री के फैकल्टी वहां पे जाएंगे। ऑफ कोर्स इंडस्ट्री टू टीचिंग, ये जो है ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन बहुत रेयर होता है, तो टीचिंग के ही फैकल्टी लगेंगे। ओके, तो टीचिंग के फैकल्टी ऑब्वियसली उस टाइम पे कम रहेंगे, बराबर है। तो उस टाइम पे अगर आपके पास, मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूं 100%, अगर 50% नॉलेज है, 30% नॉलेज है साइबर सिक्योरिटी, साइबर फोरेंसिक, और अगर आप इंटरव्यू में पास हो रहे हैं, तो यू विल बी देयर एंड यू विल गेट अ वेरी ह्यूज पैकेज इन दैट, एक्सट्रीम पैकेज। ओके, अगर आप साइबर सिक्योरिटी में पीएचडी कर रहे हो, बहुत अच्छा पैकेज। ओके, तो आज मैं यहाँ पे क्यों हूँ? ओके, तो मुझे सिर्फ ये सिंप्लीफाई करना है कि साइबर सिक्योरिटी क्या है, डिजिटल फोरेंसिक क्या है। ये बिल्कुल भी रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है, बहुत ही सिंपल चीज है ना। हम लोगों ने क्या किया, इंजीनियरिंग में फर्स्ट ईयर से बीई तक 50 सब्जेक्ट का स्टडी किया, उसके बाद में यहाँ पे आए, यहाँ पे हर 2-3 साल बाद सिलेबस चेंज हो जाता है। सिलेबस चेंज होने के बाद में हम वहां पे कितना पढ़ाई करते हैं, उसके बाद में हम एक लेक्चर पढ़ा पाते हैं। एक लेक्चर पढ़ाने के लिए मुझे बहुत अच्छा तरह से पता है, कम से कम 3 घंटे पढ़ना पड़ता है खुद को, 2 से 3 घंटा। वो इतना इजी नहीं है, क्योंकि वहां पे सब लोग जो है वो टांग खींचने वाले ही है ना। वी नो वेरी वेल। ओके, सो यू हैव वेरी ह्यूज टैलेंट, ओनली द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट यू डोंट नो फ्यू ऑफ द कांसेप्ट्स ऑफ अ साइबर सिक्योरिटी। और यकीन मानिए, जितना आप पढ़ाई करते हैं, जितना आपने आज तक जितने सब्जेक्ट पढ़े हैं, उसका सिर्फ हाफ ऑफ द पार्ट, बहुत छोटा सा पार्ट ये साइबर सिक्योरिटी है। और इसमें अगर आप इंटरेस्ट लेने लग जाएंगे तो विद इन 6 मंथ फ्रॉम 0 टू ऑलमोस्ट 80% आप इसका नॉलेज गेन कर सकते हैं। ओके, आई विल गिव यू मेनी यूट्यूब चैनल्स, मैं यूट्यूब चैनल भी आपको बताऊंगा, कहीं पे भी क्लास लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप इसमें मास्टर्स हो सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ यूट्यूब चैनल्स ओनली। मैं यहाँ पे आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ कि डिजिटल फोरेंसिक क्या है। उसके पहले, भाई डिजिटल फोरेंसिक तो सब लोग बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन क्यों है डिजिटल फोरेंसिक? सबसे पहला बात है, क्राइम हो रहा है, साइबर क्राइम। आई वुड लाइक टू एक्सप्रेस और एक्सप्लेन एवरीथिंग रिगार्डिंग साइबर क्राइम, कि किस तरह के साइबर क्राइम हो रहे हैं। साइबर क्राइम होने के बाद आता है कि भाई सिक्योरिटी स्टैब्लिश कर रहे हैं लोग, है ना। साइबर क्राइम हो गया, ऐसा वापस नहीं होना चाहिए, इसलिए सिक्योरिटी स्टैब्लिश करना। थर्ड थिंग है, जो क्राइम कर रहा है उसको पकड़ना है, पकड़ने के लिए डिजिटल फोरेंसिक लग रहा है ना, कि जिसने भी क्राइम किया है उसका एनालाइज करना पड़ेगा, पूरा लॉग्स पूरा चेक करना पड़ेगा, कौन है, कितने बजे लॉगिन हुआ, क्या हुआ, ये सब देखना पड़ेगा। उसके लिए ये डिजिटल फोरेंसिक है। तो डिजिटल फोरेंसिक थोड़ा बाद में आता है, पहले आता है साइबर क्राइम जो अटैकर करता है, दूसरा आता है साइबर सिक्योरिटी, तीसरा आता है डिजिटल फोरेंसिक। तो मैं फर्स्ट 2 सेशंस लेने वाला हूं, उसके अंदर मैं आपको बताने वाला हूं कि साइबर क्राइम किस तरह से हो रहे हैं, उसके बाद डिजिटल फोरेंसिक क्यों जरूरी है, साइबर सिक्योरिटी एग्जैक्टली है क्या, ओके, वेरियस साइबर अटैक कैसे होते हैं, अरे उसने वो एंड्रॉइड मोबाइल हैक कर दिया, बहुत जबरदस्त काम है, बहुत होशियार होगा, बहुत सिंपल है। मैं आपको मेरे प्रेजेंटेशन देके भी जाने वाला हूं, ओके, तो आप खुद घर बैठ के आप एंड्रॉइड मोबाइल हैक कर सकते हैं। मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूं एंड्रॉइड मोबाइल आप किसी और का हैक कीजिए और उससे कुछ क्राइम कीजिए, ऐसा नहीं। मुझे सिर्फ आपको ये बताना है कि ये बहुत सिंपल है ना। जितना आपको लग रहा है कि इट इज वेरी डेंजरस एंड ओनली इंटेलिजेंट पर्सन कैन डू दैट, आई कांट डू दिस एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, नहीं। एसक्यूएल इंजेक्शन अटैक, ओके, देन पैरामीटर टेम्परिंग अटैक। हम एक बहुत मजेदार चीज यहाँ पे करने वाले हैं, जो 2000 रुपए का बस का टिकट है उसका कीमत हम 2 रुपए कर देने वाले हैं। यू विल एंजॉय इट नॉट। व्हाई इट इज रिक्वायर्ड? बिकॉज पेनिट्रेशन टेस्टर, पेनिट्रेशन टेस्टर ये मेरा एक टॉपिक है। तो ये पेनिट्रेशन टेस्टर क्या करता है कि कोई भी वेबसाइट या एप्लीकेशन बनने के बाद में उसको ये टेस्ट करता है। फिर टेस्ट कैसे करेगा? तो वो उसके ऊपर अटैक करेगा, है ना। उसके ऊपर जो हैकर अटैक करता है वो सब तरह के अटैक करके देखेगा। वो होगा डॉस अटैक, डायनियल ऑफ सर्विस अटैक, एसक्यूएल इंजेक्शन अटैक, पैरामीटर टेम्परिंग अटैक, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, मैन इन द मिडल अटैक। ओके, तो ये सब अटैक मैं आपको बताने वाला हूं कि पेनिट्रेशन टेस्टर किस तरह से करता है। ओके, देन व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ अ डिजिटल फोरेंसिक। ओके, तो ये सब चीजें मैं यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन करने वाला हूँ। मैंने 2019 में भी इसी कॉलेज में एफडीपी दिया था 2 से 3 दिन का। बहुत सारे स्टाफ उस टाइम पे भी प्रेजेंट है ना। तो मैं सिर्फ एक बात चाहता हूँ कि आप ये पूरे सेशन को एंजॉय कीजिए। ओके, इससे कुछ सीखने का कोशिश कीजिए। ओके, जो भी डाउट्स है आप मुझे पूछिए। मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि मुझे सब कुछ आता है, नो। अगर सब कुछ किसी को आता रहता तो वो आज भगवान रहता, बराबर है। लेकिन मैं कोशिश करूंगा मोस्ट ऑफ द डाउट्स आपके मैं क्लियर करने की कोशिश करूंगा। अगर आंसर नहीं है तो मैं आपको बोलूंगा भाई मैं एक दिन लेता हूं, एक दिन में आपको बता देता हूं। ओके, मैं इंटरनेशनल ट्रेनर हूं, मैंने आज तक 30 से ज्यादा ट्रेनिंग ली है। ओके, बहुत सारे लोगों की, है ना। सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू, यू विल एंजॉय दिस सेशन, okay, and you will ask more and more questions, and you should be curious about it, and you should not get bored because of this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance. On behalf of participants, I promise you, sir, that we will enjoy your session. So, now I request Dr. D.M. Khade ma'am to address the audience.
Today's chief guest, Vikas Naik sir, guest of honor, Mr. Tanmay Dixit and Mr. Kundan Saram, principal of this college, Dr. S.R. Devne sir and vice principal, head of the department and convener of this FDP, Dr. D.V. Magne sir, all the faculties and participants. A very good afternoon. I am here as a coordinator from the Collaborative Institute of this FDP. So first time IEEE come forward with the concept of collaborative FDP. And as per my knowledge, really this is the first time that some event or FDP is going to be conducted in collaboration. I always like the concept of a collaboration, because a lot of things can be shared, like knowledge and the network, which are very essential nowadays. So when Dipali Tirke ma'am communicated me regarding this collaboration and can we go ahead, so I was very happy with this. In Nasik territory, there are 13 engineering colleges. Always ask Bidari sir that, sir, if the talent from every college is collaborated, we can give a lot of things to Nasik. And students need not to go out of Nasik to Pune or Mumbai for their career. Let us see how it and when it happens. So I am a senior member of IEEE and I volunteer for the many such events. So the concept of IEEE is Electronics and Electrical Society, and electronics is a part of computer. So for this today's topic, that is the recent trends in the digital forensic. So electronics is an integral part of this computer. The topic is very close to my heart. I have published a few articles in this, not to everyone, because nowadays through social media or through mobile we are connected with this cyber era. Whenever we download any mobile app, we sign terms and conditions. We have to. Unless and until we accept it, we can't download it. So we accept these terms and conditions, but unknowingly we have violated many of the terms and conditions and face the cyber crime. So though we are white collar people, in our day-to-day life, we do cyber crime knowingly, unknowingly. Rather, I will say unknowingly because we don't know. And with this FDP, we can come to know about what are the attacks and crimes and how we can avoid it. So, on this same baseline, in 2019, in the Bombay Section Student Congress, we have arranged one panel discussion. So at that time, Mr. Vikas Naik was there as a moderator of that panel discussion, and we have invited all the representatives of the cyber, that is one from the police, one from law, one for the expert like sir, and students also, faculty also, and we have thrown the light on every aspect of this cyber security, cyber crime. So this is such an enthusiastic, interesting topic organizers have selected for this FDP. I must congratulate organizers for their sleepless and painful days for organizing this event. I have seen it very closely. So to organize any event, there are a lot of pains behind the screen that we can't notice it, but when such event gets successful, it's all encashed. So with this, I wish a lot of success to this FDP. So we as a teacher, we have to keep ourselves updated to update the students. And with participating in such a FDP, participants, faculties of this FDP have taken one step ahead to achieve this objective. So when outcomes are mapped with the objective, we can say that FDP is successful because we are in the outcome-based education. I thank management of both the institute, KBT College of Engineering and SITRC, for motivating us for this collaboration. I thank IEEE EXICOM members for funding this particular event and motivating such a collaborative concept. And at last, I thank the organizer for giving me opportunity to share my views on this occasion. Last but not least, I will like to share or suggest you to watch one Marathi movie, Take Care, Good Night. Though the name is English, it is a Marathi movie and it is very in baseline with the concept of today's FDP. And you ask your student to watch it so that come to know how youth is facing this particular cyber crime and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your views. It's my great pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for today's inaugural function of the Faculty Development Program on Research and Emerging Trends in Digital Forensics. I would like to thank the management of Maratha Vidya Prasad Samaj, Education Officer Dr. S.J. Kokate, IEEE Bombay Section Region 10, IEEE Region 10 Educational Activities. I would also like to extend thanks to IEEE Student Branch of MVP's KBT COE and IEEE Student Branch SITRC Nashik. I would like to thank our today's Chief Guest Mr. Vikas Naik Sir, our Guest of Honor Mr. Tanmay Dikshit Sir, and our Guest of Honor Mr. Kundan Saraf Sir, for sparing their valuable time and inaugurating this function. I would also like to thank our Principal Dr. S.R. Devane Sir and Principal Dr. S.T. Gandhe Sir of SITRC Nashik. I would like to thank our Vice Principal Professor N.D. Desle Sir. I would also like to extend my thanks to Dr. D.V. Medne and Dr. G.M. Fade Ma'am, IEEE Student Branch Counselor and Coordinators of SITRC as well as KBT COE to support us in organizing this FDP. Lastly, I would also like to thank all the participants from various institutes for attending or for participating in this FDP. I would also like to thank all the staff of Computer Engineering Department who are coordinating in successful organization of this FDP. Thank you. Now, I request all the participants to please stand for Vande Mataram. For all the participants, there is a notice that there will be a break of 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes we will be starting with our first session in the same hall.